Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and hail to the Sleeveless Army. My name is Micah Curtis, also known as Vanilla Grod, the head of Sleeveless Comics. Good to see you all here. Who do we have in the chat tonight? Hail to the chat. Servant of God 777, Gabe the Gen, Sister Bex, Anger Green Boss, Gabe the Gen, Genesis 616, Dark Dog Studios, Serena, Alan Hoons, GBOF Sid, Terminator de Guzman. I think I got everybody. If I missed somebody, I'm sorry about that. So, stuff to talk about. Lots of stuff to talk about. Had a very interesting 24 hours, to say the least. But there's definitely some high points to that 24 hours. So, first and foremost, Frog G is here, by the way, also. Ugly Media, Alex303, Holy Ninja Toe, not the last one. I imagine that there's probably a lot of people still watching Graded Point 5, so whenever that show's over, they'll probably migrate over here, and then if they want to come hang out with me on stream at that time, I will get that set up, I'll bring them in. So, let's go ahead and get into the fun stuff. The fun stuff is that we have had a pretty good day when it comes to 3 nights, 4 days. We are at $14,875. We are $125 away from that 15K mark. Obviously, I've never had a campaign that has gone to 15K. Very, very exciting for me, just to say the least. And good Lord, it's crazy to me. It's just crazy to see how successful this campaign has been. I've seen in the backers, a lot of people who backed the last Inglewood book, and they don't just want the book; they want everything that's with it. I've seen people going back and putting on other stuff as well. Now that I've updated the way that the tiers work, so on and so forth. I'm pretty excited. Seriously, I'm hyped up about this campaign even more. Plus, I have new pages to show today as well. So yeah. Pretty fucking cool stuff, man. I'm pretty excited. Another thing to announce, Inglewood is at 75% fulfillment. We just have the t-shirts to send out and then the poster tiers as well. So here is, of course, shirts coming off of the heat press. I actually have one of these already. I have to do my laundry, so it's sitting in there, but I'm definitely going to be wearing it more often whenever they're finished. Looking forward to getting those out there. Awesome stuff. Seriously. And we're going to make fun of Ron Marz, but there's an elephant in the room. So we're going to talk about that elephant in the room. Get it addressed. So last night was a weird night for me. It was a weird night for me in the sense that I saw something I didn't think I was ever going to see. I saw some people going after the artist for 3 nights, 4 days, Preston Acevedo, who's also become a friend of mine. I'm disappointed in that. Very disappointed. Because basically what people got mad, and by people I mean individuals. Now, some of these individuals are members of War Campaign. I have been asked to please treat War Campaign like individuals, instead of as a collective. In which case, I will try my best to do so today. I apologize for not doing so yesterday. But, some people in War Campaign calling my artist on 3 nights, 4 days a shame to Comicsgate and something like a pile of shit or something like that. And I've had people try to tell me, oh, it's criticism, it's criticism. No. You say somebody's a disgrace, you say somebody's a pile of shit for going on a website and saying to Cecil, I'm sorry you lost your cover, which is what any nice person would do. That's not criticism, you're just being a dick. and you're burning bridges for the sake of burning bridges. And I'm seeing a lot of that. So to the individuals who are burning bridges, I'm just going to say this right now. If you continue to do so, you're going to find that you're going to lose a lot of friends. And if the only friends that you want are other people in War Campaign, then that's fine. But at the same time, I think that it's a good idea to rethink the bridges you're burning. Because I've had some people try to tell me some shit that just wasn't true. Like I was complacent when it came to Dynamite. I seem to recall doing a live stream lambasting them for that fucking Humble Bundle. Not exactly complacency, is it? So, when it comes right down to it, if you attack somebody who works with me or one of my friends, I'm just going to remember your name. That's basically it. Everything else you want to do in your life, God bless you, and I hope you find success. But I want no part of it. Because I defended members of War Campaign quite a bit, and members of War Campaign had my back as well. But if this is how it ends, then that's how it ends. But I will say this. Sometimes it's good to have friends beyond the walls. But whatever you guys choose to do, that's on you, and I will judge you person to person. But I see a lot of people spitting a narrative about me and other people that is just untrue. And it's the same narrative person to person. So if you want to get treated as individuals, that's fine. But what I'm seeing is a collective narrative. And this sort of thing, it doesn't really do you any favors. And I say that as somebody who cares a lot about a lot of people in War Campaign. But it is what it is. And if this is the route you guys want to go down, alright, then I guess our roads diverge. I'm going to do whatever the heck I want to do. And when it comes right down to it, I'm not going to care what the people who have burned bridges with me think about it. So, unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes. Hopefully, some of the guys in War Campaign who have acted that way, they'll understand that they're not going down the right path. I hope so. I'll be praying for that, but we'll see what happens. But all the best of luck. I hope that they have just as much success with Vestige 2 as they did with the first one. I hope that CG Jumpstart is able to happen and that it can help get some exposure for up-and-coming Comicsgate talent. But we'll have to see exactly what happens. But I will not be part of it. Chaos Sonic says if we're bashing Ron Marz after donating $1, let's also bash Gale, who the woman refrigerators is BS, as happened in men a lot especially in mythology. Well, we'll get to that. We will get to that. So, what to do. I think that... Also, I want to have a look at something. I'm curious. Yeah, people have dropped around like close to $300 and some odd over the last 2 days. That's pretty crazy. So thank you all who have backed 3 nights, 4 days and are getting us even closer to that goal. I'll refresh the campaign a little later. Maybe if we get lucky, we'll get to 15K tonight. Wouldn't that be something? So, also, the colors for 3 nights, 4 days is in the chat. So hail to my buddy Oliver. And let's actually show something of his off. Because now he's about to get started on the 3 nights pages. Right? Now instead of get to work Armand, it's going to be get to work Oliver. I'm kidding. Oh, man. But, let's show something else off. This is Oliver's colors over EJ Morges. This is a damn good looking Cyber Frog. And something about Oliver's color style over, because these are just straight pencils, over pencils is just something special, you know? What? They're saying you're talking trash to Young Rippa in his stream with Super Chase. Really? Let's have a look at that. I'm curious. Is Young Rippa live? Is Eric July live right now? Let's have a look. We got 57 people in here. Fuck is going on? I've never even spoken to Eric July. Super Chase. All right, let's have a look. I don't know who Super Chase is. Or did you mean Super Chats? Let's see what's going on here. Fuck's going on? Let's turn up Eric here. Maybe he's looking at me and I'm looking at him. Let's have a look at this. So that's interesting.
It's about the mask. No, we're not talking about mask. It's funny, man. Hey, so remember when people were advocating against the lockdowns? And doing a protest before.
I'm not seeing any super chats. At least not about me.
Shit. What communists came to their defense?
I'm gonna turn him down a little bit.
Oh, okay. That's right. They didn't.
Someone sent a bunch of super chats to him. Barabbas, do you remember who it was? Like what the username was? Because it's not showing me. I'll go to live chat here. Because, yeah, here's the funny thing. I watch Eric pretty regularly. You know? Am I not subscribed to him on this channel? Here.
What? Oh, see, he's trying to debate about other shit. Usually, I'm for that for like another day or some shit. Just today ain't the day.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about it. Same guy who trolls Wenger? Oh. Yeah, that dude's like a total spurg. Like, what the fuck? He's trying to get people in fights with each other. Man, I got no problem with Eric. I don't agree with him on some things, but he's a good dude, at least from what I've been told. So, yeah, well, apparently whoever it was, he's quit now. That's fucking weird. There is a dude who is like obsessed with me. Dude who went by the name of Alien Xenomorph. Real quick, Tyler Preston throws in a buck. Says, what sucks the most is that one of the comic pros is on the anti-CG bandwagon was author whose book I liked was Jim Zub's Wayward. To be honest, the book was kind of a mess in the story, not being straight, too many characters, etc. Yeah, Jim Zub is, seems to me to be somebody who's got some talent, but like everybody else in the big two, they just tend to be shitheads, you know? But no, that's really, really fucking weird. Like, so here's the story. Like, we're going on the beef train, I guess we'll call it. People getting pissy with me. This alien xenomorph guy, this is what happened with Star Wars Girl says that aliens testify. If it's testify, he's been around as far back as when Cal Jameson was on Ethan's channel fairly regularly with me and Vaughn and a few other guys. Because what happened is that he was like throwing a fucking fit. He throws in a $2 super chat to Ethan saying, "Just let Cal know that I refunded Graveyard Shift because of his soy." And I called him out on it. I'm like, that's not fucking real. Like, you did, like, please do not tell me that you fucking refunded a book like Graveyard Shift, which is very good quality from what I've been told. I haven't read it yet. I'm going to wait till the next campaign. I'm going to hopefully pick up a 3-pack. Even though John's not too happy with me right now, I still think he's a talented artist. Mark Polton's a super talented writer. You know, I still want to read it, you know. John is probably I'm gonna have a talk with John about some stuff. Recent revelations have made me realize a few things about, you know, who was really a friend and who wasn't, you know? So, but anyway, the whole thing about that, it's like, ever since I called him out on that dude has been fucking obsessed with me. And he continues to super chat people, insulting me constantly. And I'm like, now wait a minute. You're paying people that are friendly with me to insult me. Thank you for giving my friends money, you fucking idiot. Swear to God. Some people are stupid. You know? Absolutely fucking stupid. Unqualified Comics in the chat says, got Inglewood in the mail yesterday, gonna do a review later. It was a good read. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Very much glad you enjoyed it. But that's something I find very, very weird. People get mad at me for the weirdest shit. A lot of it oftentimes is just not fucking true. Yeah, guy was telling Rippy you were trash talking him. Let me have another look at it real quick. I'm gonna go a little bit back on Eric's stream here and see if it popped up. Because I'm kind of surprised by this. Does Eric have those live?
Like, I'll set you up. Or not either.
Here it is.
Somebody just emailed me again talking about let's debate about the Federal Reserve. We're not.
Yeah, it's Bill Chamberlain.
Fuck Adam Bates. And it like party event or yeah.
Okay. Doppler radar. Yep, same dude. Micah Curtis said you're a chump. Let's see. Let's see what his reaction to this was. I'm curious. This is gonna be funny.
Something like that. And he's there. And, like, I get word of that. Like, that's who it is. His name's Adam Bates, and that's who he is, and he's there. I'm running up on his ass. Straight up. Like, it's not even up for debate. Somebody just emailed me again talking about let's debate about the Federal Reserve. We're not talking about the Federal Reserve today, man. But, yeah, I'm running up on him. Like, I'm straight up, like, I'm going direct line of sight, and I'm going to see him. Doesn't mean I'm going to punch his ass in the face. I'm just gonna fucking I'm gonna run up on. We gonna have to address all them problems, all that shit, and everything that I gotta say. He got here. This is what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna fucking just run up on him, fucking and bust him upside his head.
I don't think he's talking about me.
Threat. I'm just saying, like we gotta pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he didn't even react to it. Not even a big deal. Man, that motherfucker is like obsessed with me. What the fuck? He is talking about me. He's pissed at me. Well, I'll shoot Eric an email. I'll say, hey, never said a bad word about you. I enjoy your content. So on and so forth. So, God, there's more shit. Let's go through all the bullshit real quick before we get to Ron Marz. So, forgot that Douglas Ernst also talked about you on Twitter about something because I didn't read it to know what he said. Well, he said something about he doesn't know what. He just said that he wasn't gonna go into detail about like something or other. Just wish me well in my campaign. Which, thank you, Doug. And good luck to Doug in what he's doing. I just disagree with him on some things. So, but what the fuck, man? People want me to get in fights with everybody. I don't know if anybody's noticed. Like that's the weirdest thing about me in general. Everybody wants me to go to war with everybody. Like for what? What's that gonna do? Like there are people that want me to go to war with Ethan. I'm like, for what? Ethan hadn't done shit to me. You know, he hadn't done a darn thing to harm anything I'm doing. Except make some weird jokes. And even then, he apologizes for it later. You know? Ethan and I are on good terms last I checked. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Some people I do have personality clashes with. Just to answer that question, Barabbas. Because Barabbas says, how do you make so many enemies? A lot of it is personality clashes. I will admit, I'm not the easiest guy to get along with. You know, I have no filter. I'll tell you exactly what I'm thinking when I'm thinking it. And the thing about that is it makes me a really good op-ed writer, but it doesn't really make, for the best way of making friends. It's really, really weird because I am not a social person either. People tend to gravitate towards me. I don't necessarily go seeking people out unless you're a good-looking woman. Just saying. And I'm pretty fat right now. So that doesn't exactly, do much. Somebody edited a video of you saying you never liked Doug Ernst. Well, I didn't. I've never been in, Doug and I don't think we've ever really had a conversation. We had a couple of email exchanges, and that was about it. And one of those email exchanges was just, he was very hostile towards me because of some stuff that was going on. He had thought that I had mentioned him in something, and I didn't. But the ins and outs of what happened exactly that I was talking about that day, not something that I'm going to talk about publicly, at least not yet. It's not, mostly because it's so far in the back mirror that it's not even worth like bringing up. Darth Bobcat says, here I am just wanting everybody to get along, donates $1. Thank you for that. Chaos Sonic donates $1, says basically you're blunt like one of my friends. Yeah, pretty much, It wouldn't surprise me though, if somebody like did a supercut of like me saying stuff about Doug Ernst. Probably Phil. In which case, Phil, I'm assuming that your wife hasn't left you or something for being an obsessive psychopath. If she hasn't, you need to go to the VA. You need to see if you need meds. And on top of that, you need to spend more time with your wife and kids. It will help your mental state. Seriously, Phil. Get help. But anyway, when it comes right down to it, I tend to just call it like I see it. You know, it's not really, things aren't worth lying about. You know, I'm going to tell you what I think. Now, if I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong. Because to err is human. Last I checked, not a robot. Teeth are fake, with an obvious hole. Eyes are enhanced because of the contact lenses, but not a robot. You know, this is plastic. Not quite the same. But anyway, I don't know, man. It's one of the serious, the silliest things ever. You know? But there, like, lately a lot of people have wanted me to go to war, and I just won't do it. Because it's not fucking worth it. It's not worth the drama, it's not worth the headaches, and it doesn't make me any fucking money. You know? It's ridiculous to me. Absolutely ridiculous. But that's life. Some people are just fucking weird. You just kind of gotta roll with it. Is that a good segue? I hope it's a good segue. Barabbas says, why not try and be the bigger person and fix the burnt bridges? Well, I'm trying to think of everybody that I've had problems with. That I have burned the bridge, not them burn the bridge with me. Who all have I burned that bridge for? I burned the bridge with Phil while he was in the process of burning it with me. I just threw more gasoline on it and said, hey, it's mutual. I burned the bridge with John Della Rose because he was accusing comic book fans of racism when they weren't guilty of racism. So that's not getting rebuilt. Trying to think. Is there anybody in my past that I could really... I think if there's any, like, a few people that I wouldn't mind reconnecting with, there's a couple writers that I worked with at Blistered Thumbs years ago that I certainly wouldn't mind talking to again. We got along really well. I've still got them on, like, Skype and shit. I could probably message them and say hello. Angry Joe is another guy that I haven't talked to in years. I wouldn't mind talking to again. Joe's kind of a weirdo, but we always got along. He was a good boss, you know. I never really had any problems with him. I think he's a hippie goofball, but fuck, I got along with him really well, you know. I'm trying to think, is there anybody else? I've considered maybe like rebuilding the bridge with Rutledge Doggett of Tech Raptor, but they really threw me under the bus. I kind of regret going off on Chris Braley of Bleeding Fool. I think that in hindsight he probably didn't deserve that. RGE, dude, RGE and I have been cool for years. What like there's a bridge there. What? What do you mean, Sister Pex? Like he and I are buddies. Maddie Name says, Micah, not sure if you checked your Twitter, but I left a post about Inglewood. Really good comic. Can't wait for the next issue. Well, thank you. Let me check and see if it's in my mentions. I usually retweet anybody. I got Comic Book Scrapyard. I usually retweet anybody who tells me that they've read Inglewood. I'm trying to find it here. Not really having a whole lot of luck. There's Bean Daddy Mandela. I'm not finding it. Many names, if you could, let me know what your tag is. I'll look for it. I didn't see it in my mentions. He's been trying to get me on. Oh, Team Up More. I just talked to him like 2 days ago. I'll message him. I didn't know he was trying to get me on the show. I had no fucking clue. I'll have to catch up with him. What about Appabend? Appabend and I are still buddies. I haven't talked to him in a bit. Not sure what he's up to these days, but I've been so fucking busy. Team up, do a crossover between Blade Devil and Three Knights. Oh, hey, Literature Devil's here. What's going on, buddy? But no, I'm still on good terms with a lot of people. I'm just busy. I think that's the big thing. Like, you gotta keep something in mind. I have so many books in production, it's crazy. I've got Three Knights that's being worked on. I've got the Inglewood Peregrine crossover, which is almost finished in the scripting. Then I've got The First Servant and Inglewood Book 2. And a lot of those scripts are, either in process or finished. I got a ton of shit going on. So it's it's crazy. Just Some Guy? Yeah, just Some Guy and I get along really well too. Many Names is your tag. Let me find you real quick. And I will definitely give you a tweet or a retweet, buddy. Got it. Here we go. Bada boom. Glad you like the cover too. So just retweeted it for you, man. Thank you. I'm very happy you enjoyed it. I'm planning on, at some point in the future, doing a whatchamacallit, a read-along, where I move the webcam like this, and, read the comic with everybody. So, but anyway, so Ron Marz is stupid. Absolutely stupid. I think that I can't really think of that many comic book pros that are bigger dicks than Ron Marz. And what I caught was this tweet, I swear to God. So Dan Frega, I think I pronounced that right. I like Dan. Haven't met him yet, but love his work. He's a great dude. And it's huge for Dan Frega to be in Comicsgate. I don't think people understand that yet. Like, Dan Frega is a huge name to be in CG. This is a guy who was a producer on Doom Patrol. He's been a producer on several music videos for big pop acts and shit like that. Like, Dan Frega is a big fucking deal to be in CG. People thought Ethan Van Sciver was a big deal. Dan is too. Dan's huge. Huge deal. And and the great thing is he seems to love us. And that is huge to me. So I like Dan quite a bit, at least from what I've seen of him, having not talked to him yet. I would love to have a conversation with the guy. He seems cool as hell, man. Maybe that's because he smokes so much weed, but still. I never got the whole weed thing. I'm just a whiskey drinker. But anyway. But Ron Marz is the creator of... I think he's the creator of Kyle Rayner, if I recall correctly. So, that's negative points right out of the gate. Like, seriously. Fuck, like, you made the least interesting Green Lantern. You made the Green Lantern that Green Lantern fans, like, fucking hate. I think that a lot of people have a hard time deciding who they hate more, Kyle Rayner or Guy Gardner. Well, now I think everybody hates the chick that hacked the Green Lantern battery. Fuck you, Bendis. But yeah, it is a, I wouldn't really say that this is a guy that is the, happiest human being on the planet Earth. And here's the thing, because Dark Bobcat puts in there, Kyle was my Green Lantern growing up. Yeah, he was the Green Lantern when I grew up too, and I fucking hated him. I thought he sucked. I think he was lame. You know? Oh, McKinney90 said, Inglewood, one of the books I was really looking forward to the most, and I really liked it. Well, if you like the first one, you're really going to love the sequel. That's for sure. Dark Bobcat says, my least favorite real Lantern is Alan Scott. Fair. But yeah, fuck Bendis, man. But fuck Ron Marz, too. So, he went after Dan Fraga. And he says the following. He says, I only allow myself to be lectured by people who can spell hearsay and hypocrisy. Sorry, those are the rules. Now, Dan was like literally coming straight out of surgery. Says, how do you dislike someone you never met? A person who you've never actually researched. Hearsay sounds suspect and intolerant. I call that hypocrisy. Par for the course, on notice. Well, he says here, you know, like that. And I'm thinking to myself, it's like, well, I just happened to come in 6th place my 6th grade year in the state spelling bee. So, I said the following. Hearsay. Hearsay. Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. There we go. You're a washed-up hack with the social skills of a rabid porcupine. You have the testicular fortitude of a eunuch. The last time you were relevant to comics, Limp Bizkit had positive PR. This is funny. At least he knows how to write a good comic, Putz. Really? But no, Ron Marz is not a good writer. But this is funny. Limp Bizkit actually made money on their work. But this is the thing. Ron Marz is not doing anything worthwhile at this point. Not doing anything worthwhile whatsoever. In fact, literally the last time he wrote a comic that I can remember was all the way back. It was like the Green Lantern Silver Surfer crossover. That was a long fucking time ago. And there was nothing that was really interesting about it. You want to know what Ron Marz is known for? Kyle Rayner's girlfriend getting stuffed in the fridge. That's it. And it wasn't a notable arc or anything. So I don't fucking know. On the flip side, he's been talking a ton of shit about Cecil lately. Wonder how Cecil's doing. Oh. Maybe that's why he's upset. Because that is not a small number. That is a very big number. And whether you like Cecil or not, that is a very big number. And I have a feeling Ron Marz hasn't moved this many comics in a while. Not to mention, and here's the thing about the Kyle Rayner fridge thing. There's two problems with it. First off, it's more of just a funny looking fucking image than anything else. Now, this was before Kyle Rayner, or before, like, coloring in comics was at the level it's at now. You know, this is pre-Photoshop. But, isn't that bigger than Doug TeNapel? I think it's bigger than Bigfoot Bill 1. Also, there was a donation came in. Dart Bobcat says he also gave us Gail Simone having prominence. Yeah. We'll get to that. But it's more, it's like the way that it's drawn, it's not horrifying. It's like the camera angle fucking sucks. You know, it looks like one of those images that, like, instead of shock and horror, like, you would go, dun, 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 ironically. I mean, it's something that you can make jokes about. Serena donates $1, says, I got introduced to Ron Marz through his Witchblade run. Wasn't very good due to the fact that he forced Sarah to become a mother through rape by the darkness-possessed Jackie Escatado while she was comatose, and had Sarah cheat on her boyfriend with Jack. And people call me an edgelord. Hey, Kyle, can you do me a favor and get me a Pepsi? Oh, I guess not. You know, Sinestro could have defeated Kyle Rayner so many ways. I mean, personally, if I was writing Green Lantern Rebirth, whenever Kyle showed up, I would just have Sinestro make a fridge. I mean, this is not a what I would call a compelling death image. You know? Like, this doesn't really, like, show the fridge at a low angle with Kyle looking down at it and blood coming out of the open door or something like that. Like, that's how you really sell that kind of a death. You know? Or hell, whenever I get the chance to do that Inglewood read along, I will show you guys what I mean by that kind of a death. You know, and how it's done well. Because I am a better writer than Ron Marz. I'm gonna be honest with you. So, but anywho, I don't really think that that's saying much. In fact, there have been artists that have done the Kyle Rayner fridge thing even better. You know? Let me see if I can find one. Oh no! Oh, there are memes. Guys, there are memes. Holy fuck. Hold on. Oh god, this is great. Also something else. Oh, this is awesome. I love this. Oh, here's the full page too. So, like, now that's not necessarily. I think this might actually be Ethan. This is a much better shot. It's over the shoulder and it's looking downward. It gives a sense of there's a dynamic angle there. You know, it gives a sense of you being right behind Kyle, as in like you're looking right over his shoulder as he makes that discovery. You know, that's a much better angle. Oh, fuck me, man. Here's the actual page. Like this. What is this? It looks like it looks like his proctologist just showed up. You know? Like, what the fuck is this? I feel like I should do that. I'm doing a Joseph Joestar impersonation. Oh god! Fucking Kyle Rayner sucked. Ron Marz sucks. Seriously, he's fucking awful. Seriously, you just gotta avoid the fridge. Somebody sent me some stuff. Okay. Let's see here. Genesis 616 asks, has Kyle Rayner ever been written competently in any story outside of the DCAU? Yeah, during Jeff Johns' run. He's a lot more likable in when Johns touches him. But Ron Marz wrote him like a fucking retard. He was probably I still think that Kyle's probably like the least interesting Green Lantern. Like, ooh, look at me, I'm an artist, I'm the last one. I'm like, well then can we just have none? Oh gosh. Hey Kyle, give me a sandwich. I forgot about that. Like I said, there's memes. Oh god. Literature Devil says fridging can be useful, but not in the hands of the useless. Yeah, Ron Marz definitely qualifies there. Also, Lit Dev, appreciate you having Preston's back, man. Very much so. That's just awesome. Oh. But there's other problems with Kyle Rayner too. Like, he gets turned into a bitch by Sinestro. Let me bring it up real quick. I don't have a physical copy of Sinestro Core War, but I do own it digitally. And this is something that Preston and I talk about all the time, is like, I am not so much a collector as I am just a reader. So I do buy a lot of digital. I'll show you guys like my library. So, Absolute Carnage, Aliens AVP, I have the omnibus here. A few copies of Spider-Man, Batman, Avengers Endless Wartime, the one Avengers book written by Warren Ellis. The Authority, Alita, Berserk, Panther, Black Summer, definitely recommend it. Black Gas, this is also Warren Ellis. Alan Moore's The Courtyard. Elephant Men's a weird one. East of West is great. But I'm trying to find... well, that's Rebirth. Do I not own Sinestro Corps War? Huh. I have to rectify that. I'm shocked. I do own it. What the fuck? Why didn't it show up? That was weird. Anyway, let me find Kyle being a bitch. Like, he just fucking, like, gives up against Sinestro. And if I remember right, it's because he brings up the fridge. Where's it at? I don't remember the exact page, but dear God, this was an amazing event. Because Ethan did the first issue and the covers. This is actually a Sinestro. This is actually a really cool bit, but it's more so because of Sinestro. Again, this is Jeff Johns' writing, and this is Ethan's art. So let's have a look at it. And Johns is such a far superior writer to Ron Marz. Like, it's not even close. Again, Ron Marz hasn't been relevant in over a decade. So basically, the Sinestro Corps like beats the shit out of Kyle. And then Sinestro, by the way, who is, not as powerful as Hal is, I would say at this point, rips the Ion entity out of Kyle. Let me put it this way: when he's Ion, he's supposed to be able to hold on to that shit, and Sinestro just rips it out. But he goes, "We are both aware that Earth medicine is primitive. I know it couldn't save your mother even as she breathed her last painful breath. But at least unlike your girlfriend who was folded into a refrigerator, the mysterious disease that ended her life couldn't be blamed on you. As much as you hated to even think that, I know you did. You're only human after all. Of course, you are also wrong. Your mother's death is on your head." And he shows here a virus. And it says, his name is Despotellus, a living virus. He's killed dozens of worlds, billions of things, including the cow that spawned you. It ends as it began. The death of a loved one is your fault. You son of a bitch! I'm going to kill you! I'm going to put an end to your insanity. I love this bit. The power rings won't allow you to kill. A Green Lantern is an empty threat. Are you frightened yet? Are you frightened of which one of your loved ones will perish next? Perish because of your dedication to a group of guardians who don't even know what love means? Are you afraid? Look at Kyle whining like a bitch! Hal Jordan would still be fighting. And then he gets consumed by Parallax. And credit to Ethan and Jeff. This is a badass. Well, I think Ethan actually did the design of this by himself. This is a cool looking Parallax. But seriously, Kyle a bitch. And Ron Marz a bitch too. So, fuck a bunch of Ron Marz. Now, speaking of characters that are great again, just as a reminder, since I think we got more people in here now than we did before. Yeah, 57 people now. Three Nights, 4 Days is on Indiegogo if you haven't backed it yet. You've got me as the writer, Preston Acevedo as the penciler, and inker if he so chooses, and the highly talented Oliver Lee Arce on the color work. And then, of course, we're bringing back Eric Weathers to do the letters as well. So, we have a new featured perk, the book and the poster, and basically you get a choice of either the battle prayer poster or a version of the cover. So, and I will actually be having one of these printed out movie poster size for me to put, and I'm going to move Thanos into another room. God, look at that cover. It's so pretty. And Preston has basically said that, like, Oliver is the one guy he trusts with his work at this point, which you can see why. Like, it looks fucking gorgeous, you know? So, perk-wise, we've still got 4 more original comic pages. These are going to be the last 4. Oh, and Vinny is here, by the way. $20,000, the Vinny cover. Hey, brother. Good to see you, too. And we've also got 5 more of the Drawn In perk available. So for those of you who want to be drawn in as one of these cultists, this is how you do it. Plus, as it says here, this also comes with the book itself and the Art of Three Nights book. So, and then of course you can still get a sketch inside of your art book. We've still got 7 more of these to go. Somebody just snatched one of these up today. So somebody dropped, I kid you not, before shipping $135 on us. I'm like, holy fuck. So thank you to whoever that was. Comic and art book, of course, still available as a tier. We've sold some like 70 some odd art books. It's fucking cool, man. And then, of course, we've sold hundreds of the comics at this point. It's so fucking awesome. So thank you guys, seriously. And yeah, we definitely want to get that cover from Vinny because it's going to be a tribute cover to John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness. In fact, let me show you guys the poster that I'm going to have. I've already sent it over to Vinny so that he can get an idea of how he wants to do it. And we'll have a talk about like who goes where and do what. But let me show you guys the one that we're going to do. Because I don't know about you guys, but I fucking love Prince of Darkness. And not to mention, Bob Stone has already done the logo for it. And here it is. Bob Stone has already done a logo that'll go over the top here that'll say Micah Curtis's 3 Nights, 4 Days. So... Sebastian, I have not read Vinland yet. I've watched most of the show. I need to finish it up. I keep putting it off. But what we're going to do is, like, we're basically going to have the lead character here, his sister, the other 2 knights here as well, the villainess down here, and then here will be the forest, and then coming out of the forest will be several cultists, and then down at the bottom, it'll have Curtis, Acevedo, Arce, Weathers. So. Oh, Toy Bounty Hunters is here. What's going on, brother? Who's Ron Marz, the creator of Kyle Rayner, and he being a bitch. Going after CG again. Preston added some stuff into the folders. What did he put in? What did you do, Preston? Are these the pages I'm going to show today? Because if they're the high-res... Oliver, if you're still here, you'll have to let me know if those are the high-res versions. I'll upgrade later. Fuck off. Fuck off. Show me the shit. Jiminy freaking Christmas. There it is. I'm just checking to see if these are the pages I'm going to show off today. Here's the TIFF files. Original pages. Aha! Yes, they're pages 1 through 4. Okay, and those are the ones I'm going to be showing off, and I'll download the TIFF files later. So, what we've got today to kind of bring this to the end, because we're kind of at the end of the show right now. We're going to show you guys something really cool. Now, I'm not going to show... I can show these just because this is before all of the pages that are on the campaign. So it's really just kind of introductory stuff. But, let's see here. Sorry, I was just checking the chat here. Once again, look at this fucking bit by Oliver, by the way. His color's so good. And again, this is from E.J. Morges, and this is the real Robotoad down here. Not the... I didn't know that Wrecked Manlet wasn't John De La Rosa's autobiography. I'm dead serious. Like, I was fucking shocked. I thought Wrecked Manlet was about him. But apparently it's about a robot toad. Like, I actually looked at the campaign on Indiegogo. But the problem is that the robot toad doesn't look like a fucking robot toad. It looks like a thing. Like, it's... John De La Rose is trash. Like, his writing's trash. The artists he hired are trash. Like, he's just awful. So, but then again, he's made his own irrelevance at this point. The only worthwhile thing that John De La Rose ever did was he got a cover by John Malin. But that's because somebody else, you know... vouched for him. He's fucking awful. But anyway, badass looking stuff. Gotta love Oliver. But anyway, you guys ready? Because here we go. So this is the first page. And this is... I won't say where this is from. Or when this is. But it's clearly been a rough day for one of our heroes. You probably want to know what this is. This is actually an item that will also show up in the Inglewood Peregrine crossover. This is one of the Books of Blood. You see, in my universe, there's not one Necronomicon. There's several. Each of them is bound in the flesh of an Aramaic wizard, or Aramaic sorcerer, who was taught the spells that are within the books. But to write the books, they had to use their own blood and pour their own life force into the pages. And then all of the spells of their teacher are bound within those books. And after they died, that head wizard, that head sorcerer, what he did was he bound the books in their flesh. So the this face is the face of a wizard. Did he say the words before picking up? Klaatu, Verata, no! Look, I know your damn words. But we go into 3 days earlier, where two of our heroes, Sir Dietrich, formerly of the Knights Hospitalier, Sir John, formerly of the Knights Templar, are chatting it up as they head towards the village of their leader, Sir Roger Godfrey. As you can see, it's a calm village out in the country of England. As they approach, Sir Roger wakes up. This I just think to myself, it's like, well, Lion of the Desert, ladies and gentlemen. He's exhausted. But here the three of them are approaching the village when Sir Roger spots something that's out of the ordinary. A bunch of graves. As they go by, they see the bodies of men, women, and children. And they know from this that something has clearly gone wrong within the village, and they spring into action. So that's the first 4 pages. And then, basically on the campaign, these pages that are already finished are once the threat is actually seen with their own eyes. It's a beautiful looking comic book, man. Absolutely fucking beautiful. Bring out your dead. See what the chat has to say about this. Will there be a chainsaw? Asks Maverick Hunter Zero. No. Wrong time period. Like New 52 Joker sewed on face. Alan Hughes says, what happens when the head wizard dies? Everybody walking around with no skin, they can't replace him. You'll find out. You'll find out. Hey, Xavier, what's up, man? Says, this looks like Berserk in spots. You should do a black and white edition at some point. I'll think about it. Sister Pex wants to know, do any of the Necronomicons have a recipe for killer barbecue sauce? No, just pork rinds. Let's see here. Yeah, Angry Green Boss says this will be the American Berserk. I hope so. If you guys know any Berserk fans, give them the link to the campaign, man. Send them my way. They'll love it. If you like Berserk, you will love this story. I have an incredibly talented artist doing it. You know? Will the knights use magic? No. They are not magic users. And Mankini says the details and the line work are solid. Yeah, like I said, I'm working with some super fucking talented guys. I mean, not to mention, this, like, the first page, let me bring it back up, just hits you like a fucking mountain of bricks. There's so much atmosphere in this. There's so much. There's a sense of exhaustion. And you look at the look on Sir Roger's face. And I'm just going to say this right now. Like, I love this character. Sir Roger here has been amazing to write. Like, I seriously adore this character. You know, and I look at this and a couple things come to my head. First off, because I've written the whole story, I know what happens all the way up to this point. And the pain that he is in. And this book is going to have a lot of great action in it. But it's also going to have a decent amount of heartache. And that face is the face of a man who has been fighting for days on end. And I'll just say that there's a level of pain for him and what he's feeling. You know, holding that book in his hands, the thing that what it symbolizes to him in that moment. The sad thing about this is the only people who actually probably know what he is feeling are the people that have read the script, which is me, Oliver, Hatman, and Preston. We know what this guy's gone through. You know? It's a I'm getting kind of emotional just looking at this. You know? This is one of the best things I've ever written. And I've written hundreds of articles. And I've written I have several comics written. They're not all they're in production. This book, there's something about it, man, that every time that I look at the images like on my monitor or anything like that, it just kind of makes me realize, like, not only that I'm damn good at what I do and that I'm very blessed to have the team that I do, but that comics as an art form still have staying power. They can have great action, they can have great art, they can also have an emotional impact, and they can be deep, and it can be intriguing, and there can be characterization, and it's not just like fucking DNC pamphlets. It makes me realize that there's a way to bring comics back to life. And that, at least with my guys, we're definitely on the right track. And that's why I defend them with as much passion as I do. Is because I'm working with the best of the best. And they're giving me 110%. And I'm going to give them 110%. You know? I love it, man. I love it. It's so good. Fuck, dude. So if you want to piss off Ron Marz, back 3 nights, 4 days. I don't think we've gotten to 15K yet, but that's okay. A lot, people have dropped some serious cash today. So, I imagine that people will probably back it as the week goes on, because more and more people are getting their director's cuts in. So, I'm very proud of this book. Seriously. And on top of that, I'm proud of my team, and I'm proud of I'm so happy to have the opportunity to be part of Comicsgate and to be part of a community that actually gives a damn about this medium, you know? And I understand that, like, every fan in Comicsgate has been completely jilted by the mainstream, but I have a lot of passion for this. And I want to continue to be independent. I want to continue to do things on my own and, give these guys great opportunities without having to rely on anybody else. Because I think it's painfully obvious with the whole Dynamite thing that there's nobody out there, except for Alterna Comics, that is interested in really working with Comicsgate and taking more Comicsgate creators into the fold. Alterna will do it. They already have. And they'll probably continue to do so. And I'm looking to possibly distribute through them to put these books in comic shops. It'll be newsprint, but that just makes these versions, these collector's versions, that much more special. You know? So, thank you guys. We're within the last 20 days of this campaign. I don't know if we're going in demand yet. Haven't decided. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But I wouldn't be here without you guys. Seriously. You're awesome. So thank you for sticking with me. So, build my own comic industry. Hookers and blow and blackjack. Anyway. I want to give a quick thank you to everybody who has been generous with your donations today. That's always very helpful whenever it comes to life in general. So, you guys make my life incredible. We'll just put it that way. So, thank you all. Seriously. So, Sleeveless Army, hope you had a fun time tonight. Apparently people want me to get in fights with Eric July. I'm gonna, go quell that one. Fuck. So, that's so fucking weird. What the fuck? So, it is what it is, man. Alright, folks. I'm going to go ahead and take off. My name is Micah Curtis, your favorite vanilla gorilla. Stay sleeveless. I'll see you next time.